Ooh. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bat Chat. We are on episode 6. It's been a minute or two since I've joined you. Been a little busy. Life's a little crazy. But I really wanted to come back and do some more Bat Chat. So, as per usual, when we start off, we're gonna have to level up a little bit. Probably. Ooh, we got a couple points here. Oh, that's really handy. Super, super handy. And we'll get some more ballistic armor. Cool. That's all taken care of. Alright, I think we're going to keep going forward with the main story today. We did a couple side missions last time. No big deal. Ooh, actually... You know what? We'll hit that a little bit later. We're going to go and continue with the story. Right now we're actually using the Dark Knight Returns skin. I love this skin. He just looks so beefy, and you got that nice fat bat symbol on there. Big fan. Love the Dark Knight Returns. If you've never checked it out, please do yourself a favor. Please check it out. I personally don't feel it is as legendary as a lot of people say it is, but I'm coming from it, or excuse me, coming at it from a very newer fan perspective. Back in the day, that was a comic book that broke a lot of ground, particularly for the Batman character, for his villains, introduced really the dichotomy between Harvey Dent, Two-Face, Bruce Wayne, and Batman. There's a really, one of my favorite moments in the book and the movie. The animation is great too. One of my favorite moments in there is Harvey Dent has been kind of repaired. They've surgically repaired the damaged side of his face, and he's gone through a lot of therapy, and they say, hey man, you look completely normal. Here's this plastic surgery, and you're all good in the hood, man. And he looks at it and he sheds a tear, and he goes back to a life of crime, and he covers up his face, and Batman thinks that he's done something fucked up to his face. In reality, he just looks normal, but he doesn't see that. He sees the monster only. He believes that everyone is fooling him and playing along and making fun of him, and that he'll always be the monster and he'll never be Harvey Dent. And Batman sees himself there. He will never be Bruce Wayne. He will only be Batman. He can, you know, the world might say you're Bruce Wayne, but he knows that truly he is Batman. I love that scene. He sees a reflection of himself in Two-Face, and that's really great. I thought this was an interesting little Easter egg that you don't really have to go through with. You can see Vicky Vale calling him Brucey, showing that, you know, there's a little bit there's a little something there, and Fox kind of chimes in with that as well. But really we want to get to, oh, we can't skip it, that's too bad. There's an excellent Easter egg if you keep listening to these voicemails. I'm not familiar with this Cassie character. Not super familiar. Here's one of many indirect Superman references. Tons of Superman references throughout Arkham Knight. He does not appear, at least in any current content, nothing that anybody's been able to see. He does not appear in the game like many people were thinking. I know a lot of people thought that Superman was going to fly in, much like how Robin did in Arkham City, and Batman's going to shrug him off and just say, no, this is my city, I've got it, get back, it's fine. Just because there's a lot of rumors that Rocksteady is going to continue forth with the Justice League game. I kind of hope they don't. I want to see what they can do elsewhere. They're a fantastic developer, and I love them using the Batman license, but I'd love to see what they can do outside of it. This is for sure this character Kate Kane. Um, I'm not sure if this is a character in the comic books or anything, but the last name Kane definitely a reference to Bob Kane, creator of Batman, or so they say.
You have two messages. Bruce, this is your father calling. It's time we had a talk, son. You know, about the dressing up. Next, new message. Bruce, this is your mother calling now. I just want to say... sorry. It's still funny, you know, because they're dead.
All right, and that's pretty much the extent of these cutesy Easter eggs, but we can see Joker over here.
You know, if I'd ever been curious about your identity, I would have torn off that mask years ago. I always figured the truth would be a letdown. But I have to admit, masquerading as Gotham's least interesting socialite is one hell of a cover story. The dead parents are just icing on the cake.
I think it speaks a lot about the relationship between Batman and the Joker, that this is entirely in Batman's head. This is 100% in Batman's head, and he knows Joker so well. He knows him, and he can ape him in his mind, basically.
Identity confirmed. Good evening.
This is a neat little kind of hint as to something that comes up later. And since this is a spoiler chat, we know we've played the game, we know what's going on. But later on, Thomas Elliot or Hush shows up later, looking just like Bruce Wayne, and his secretary lets him walk right in. Lucius thinks it's him, but the retinal scanner won't work, and that's an indicator right here that at that particular scene, not is everything that it seems. And speaking of seams, you can see... Oh, we're selecting our upgrade here. We'll do the virus, cool. Speaking of seams, again, I mentioned in a previous episode, the back of the cowl always has a separate spot, kind of at the base of the skull, where it will separate. Because there's several scenes in the game where he removes his helmet. Batman takes his cowl off, and you just see Bruce Wayne beneath, and they had to account for that with every skin, and I thought that was a nice, interesting detail.
Excellent news, sir. But I'm detecting a significant drone presence in the area. It would be folly to engage them without the Batmobile.
Noted.
Shall I open the south entrance?
Hold off until I get there, Alfred. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Pretty nice that we get an answering machine message from Vicky, and then right outside Wayne Tower we have an advertisement for the Vicky Vale show, and this is also a riddle to solve. And you can read the Gotham City story if you like, but we're not gonna really spend a lot of time doing that. That's kind of your personal journey with the Bat. We don't need to do that as a group. Did I see a riddle here, or am I crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy. Just a balloon. And this again is coming back to one of Batman's very primal fears, that he is doing Gotham a disservice by being around. He is the reason for all of this evil. This evil would not exist without Batman. And that's probably true, and he's too far gone, but he can't leave now, because then they'll beat him. It's one of those things. The outcome it's gone too far, and he can't retreat anymore. He has no choice but to keep fighting. Oh shit. Again, it's harder than you think. There's an upgrade that you can get to stabilize your Vulcan gun, so it's not bouncing all over the place, but we keep forgetting about it, so. And a nice thing I noticed very recently, there is a counter in the top right-hand corner that shows you how many enemies are left in this wave. I never noticed that before, or you know, maybe it's just been patched in. I doubt it, but it's a nice little. You know, a lot of people do not enjoy the Bat Tank gameplay, and so they at least have a nice little countdown as to when it's gonna end. And you can also kind of judge if you want to use an upgrade for what, like if you want to use your missile launcher, or if you want to use your CPU hack, your EMP, you can kind of, you know, realize this is how many enemies I've got left. Is it worth it at this point, or should I use it before it's too late? Things like that.
I'm accessing the building's security mainframe.
Oh, you know what I just realized is that we didn't select the prototype Batmobile. I goofed on that, guys. Sorry. I intended to. I thought I had it selected, but the prototype Batmobile looks really, really great. I'll put it in the next episode, I promise. Oh, man.
Have you made any progress on the cure?
Getting there. Hey, I haven't heard from Barbara for a while. Is she okay?
She's fine. She's working on something for me. It's important.
But she's safe, right?
Don't worry, Tim. Just keep working on that cure.
Very interesting. Ooh, check that out. Ghost Train. That's cute.
How very me of you! Though I can see why you didn't tell him after old Jimbo's hysterical overreaction.
And here comes a series of areas, and they force you to go very slowly through here. You have to take down all these walls, where Joker just taunts you. And it's a nice way to keep people continuing. They feel like they're doing something, but you still get a lot of story information from it too. And that probably scared a shitload of people when they first went through here. One of the few times you actually are required to use the line launcher in the game. You're almost never required to use it, unlike many of the previous games in the series where you used it quite often. Particularly in the first game in the series, in Arkham Asylum, you used the line launcher a lot. And it actually had a quick fire, if I believe. That was really nice.
Not your best day at the office. Something on your mind? Come on! Let Robin out of his cage! You can't force him to slave over your cure. Plus, if he gets himself killed out there, you won't have to tell him about Barbara.
I don't think this is right, is it? No, it's not. And we're gonna die. We're not gonna die.
Not a chance.
Sweet.
I'm chronic, Brucey. I'm lingering. We both know
Forgive me, it's been a moment.
cure for me.
I had kind of the right idea, but I was jumping the gun a little bit.
But when it was simple, back in the old days when it was just you, me, a regular war against crime. Well, take a look, Bats. Things change. Now it's just war.
This kind of dialogue makes me think that, since again this is all in Batman's head, and he's kind of, some would say, it's all in Batman's head, or maybe there truly is, you know, a bit of Joker still in him, still living, but I believe it's still all coming from Batman's head. But you know, you have to wonder, does Batman kind kind of needs the Joker in a way too.
Remember Talia? Of course you do. How could you forget a girl like that? All it took was one piece of lead to end your hopes of a happily ever after.
Oh, is Joker hanging out with these guys? Yep.
You were wrong.
I never noticed that before. Nice.
I know what they're called. He hit people with them. I don't think they're called ninjas.
You're not going anywhere. Tri-weave titanium-coated armor plate. Nice. Unless you know exactly where to shoot. You're good, Dark Knight. Even better than I remember. It's gonna make it even more satisfying when I kill you. Oh, and don't worry about Barbara. I'll take better care of it than you ever did. Batman's in the control room. Show him what happens when he messes with files.
I was kind of wondering how Batman could continue on for a long time, just with a bullet in him. He never pulls it out or anything. I still think it's a stretch, but it says with his new suit, obviously not this one, but with his new suit that there's a it's kind of a smart suit, and it puts pressure on wounded areas so that you don't bleed as much, or at least Batman doesn't bleed as much. I kind of get like a sick satisfaction after just beating the shit out of those guys. That was sort of an accident, but I'll take it. If you're really just wanting to clear a room, one of the easiest ways is to use that Batarang takedown and just knock into as many guys as you can, knock them all down, and you can take out 3, 4, 5 dudes at a time with that Batarang multi-combo takedown. Really, really handy. Really, really handy. And again, this is another one of those smart places in the game where I was almost smart enough where you use the remote-controlled Batmobile. I really like those, but I don't know, it's just such a simple gameplay design. I just really like it a lot.
What kind of supervillain thinks a bullet will stop it? And a tank will stop the Batman.
Diamondback's hit. It won't take another strike.
Time to rescue Oracle and make the Arkham Knight pay.
I see you're back in the car, Master Bruce.
I'm going after the Knight. He's here in the tunnel.
Then let us hope he has Miss Gordon with him. So the Batmobile's thermal scanner is
I wonder if they had more
He's not getting away.
race, kind of matches like this, if maybe people would have been more forgiving of the Batmobile. I don't mind it. I quite like the Batmobile. Do I think it's a little heavy-handed? Yeah. but as I explained in an earlier episode, I was not really that interested in just playing another Batman game the way I had been. I really liked that they took a risk and went went for it, introduced a new gameplay mechanic and kind of made people go for it. And you don't have to play the game, if because they made this game 2 times already, and then WB Montreal made it again with Arkham Origins, which is a game I didn't appreciate until much later. So I kind of think a lot of the complaints about the Batmobile are maybe a little unfounded, or maybe you just need to have some perspective and realize, a lot of people hated on Arkham Origins because, hey, it was just more of the same. But, when they actually deliver something new and something different, people are complaining again, saying, why wasn't it exactly the same? So I think, yeah, a lot of it is you need to have some perspective. Maybe the Batmobile wasn't what they wanted, or maybe they didn't want as much of a change. I don't know, but I kind of look at it like, when a band you really like releases a new album, and it's not exactly the same, but my opinion, and I'm sure the artist's opinion is, do I want to keep making the same album a million, years and years and years in a row? Some bands do. If you're Motorhead, and I like Motorhead, I'm not meaning to insult them. That's not an insult at all, and sometimes it's great, but not everybody wants to do the same thing over and over again, and not every band can pull it off. Some people are more graceful at it than others, and I think if they would have just kept releasing the same game over and over again, you kind of get fatigued. Assassin's Creed fatigue. Those games come out every single year, and we understand that they are not changing that much. This one came out 2 or 3 years after Arkham City. Shit, maybe 4 years, God. And it's different. It's different, and they really changed up some things and improved a lot of things. And I don't think that if the Batmobile wasn't included and it was just kind of the same on foot type missions over and over again, I really don't think people would have appreciated it that much. They've still got the other games to go play. If you really want those, you can go back and listen to them. I'm thinking of records again. You can go back and play them. And I'm sure they're going to be remastering the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I'm sure they'll remaster them for new gen consoles. So they do that with every game, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Alfred, I need you to find out everything you can about North Refrigeration.
Of course. May I inquire why?
Penguin's supplying arms to the Arkham Knight, and right now, he's the best lead we have to find
And again, notice that with every skin, you get that eye detail where when he has the video screen up, it shows kind of the reflection on his eye. That's in every skin, so that's just the face model itself. It's not even necessarily only on the new skin or anything, or the default skin. It's literally everywhere.
Keep the channel open, Alfred. The more you talk, the more I know about it.
Sorry, buddy. I know Batman doesn't kill people, but those dudes are probably in some real pain. There's a lot of great Easter eggs in this area. We have another Johnny Charisma reference. Again, if you've forgotten who Johnny Charisma is, he is one of the Jokers. And there's a Joker reference right there, too. We'll see if we can take a look at it. They tend to change as you move your camera away, so I don't know if that one will still be there when we try and look or not.
This thing just pulled a J-turn clocking in at 12 Gs. I don't know anything that can do that. I do. Show him what it means to go to war.
Ooh, we're probably gonna be in a fight right now.
The drone virus overrides the friend or foe identification system of militia drones. An infected drone will target other drones instead of the battle.
You can see there's Joker on that billboard rather than, you know, what it should be.
Sir, I've lost control of a drone. He's overriding my control protocol.
And that happens a lot in the game. Causes a lot of double takes. With tons of billboards. Oh, I am just getting wrecked right now.
Mamba down.
And a nice feature with the drone hack is you can see your newfound friends on the radar. So you can kind of focus in other areas, or you can tell there's not a. I mean, yeah, they start to glow green, but maybe if you aren't sure, or you're just looking at your map, you can still tell which ones are your friends on the radar by their green arrows. And I'm actually just gonna waste that guy and come over here. There we go. Alright, so let's check a couple things out. Maybe... Look at all the detail in here. All these knobs, all these switches. Little bed shades. Steering wheel. Oh man. This game just looks good all around. Just looks fucking really, really good.
Thanks, Alfred.
In the meantime, sir, scans have established that the Arkham Knight has mobilized his senior lieutenant.
It's hard to tell if there are pedals or not, though.
Throughout the city. We currently have a lock on one such vehicle.
Or I wonder if maybe he controls it.
Remove them from the battle.
With... That'd be interesting. Okay, back up here. That is no longer the Joker. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. The billboards will change if you're infected, and you kind of look at them and look away. Some of them will turn into the Joker. Here we have one of the only Solomon Grundy references in the game. There's another one near here, I believe, but in this case, they've made a movie about Solomon Grundy. Kind of one of the weirder Batman villains. Black Canary Club, I believe, is a reference to the Penguin. I think. I'm pretty sure. Elliott Memorial Hospital, reference to Thomas Elliott and the Elliots, kind of similar to the Waynes. Very much like a mirror for the Waynes. In fact, Thomas Elliott actually kind of caused his parents' car crash because he was jealous of Bruce Wayne for inheriting a whole ton of money from his parents' death. You did not last long. That's weird. Oh, really? And I love the details on these guys too. They're actually not kind of all the same thug anymore. Not all with just like shaved heads and you know, prison jumpsuits. So that's nice. Fuck, that guy's gotta just be... No way he's making out of there with... You know. Oh, jeez. Oof. Make it, game, you can do it.
survivor picked up and taken back to GCPD.
Alright. I think we can seek out another Riddler mission, I hope.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage.
I'm not sure if these ones are...
In store for us both when I get there.
Oh, are we going to the orphanage on this one? If that's the case, then yeah, we can do that. I wasn't sure if it was another racetrack up next, or... Yeah, I guess we are going back to the orphanage.
Man, that gang's everywhere.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck.
Okay. Is it that one? Probably not. And the keyword in this one being reflection. I probably shouldn't have touched that one at all. There we go. And let's scan.
Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry. Do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh,
Oh no, it's more of Eddie's homemade.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Batman. Catwoman, you're lagging behind.
I hope there's some Catwoman DLC that comes out. I really like playing with her.
What a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest conundrums.
I believe there are going to be some challenge rooms and whatnot, but it would be nice to even have some story DLC.
Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on
Take it out!
assistant?
Such a gentleman.
Ooh, a little rough there.
These are merely prototypes. So try to mitigate that primal feeling of triumph upon defeating one. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it?
Let's check out some of these. I keep forgetting to check these Riddler Easter eggs. Because there's some awesome drawings all around here. I love the utility belt and just the crude stick figures. Figures.
Selena needs the key.
Where's the key at? I lost it. Oh, it's right here. There's actually different animations for each of them getting the key. Batman just bashes through the glass. Catwoman actually kind of does her diamond claw, you know, the classic cartoon gag of just like cutting a circle through the glass and sucking it out.
Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Oh, classic Riddler, just being so cocky. I believe this is this the riddle? I don't remember. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes.
Again, this is very much a reference to Batman fears losing the people he loves in his mission, because he has lost several people. I mean, even after his parents died, which is the ultimate, you know, the fire starter. Basically started him on his journey. You know, he's lost Jason Todd, he's lost Talia al Ghul, and he just doesn't, he can't stand to lose anybody else. Anyways, I think this is a good stopping point for us. Thanks for joining in for Bat Chat number 6. We'll catch you next time, hopefully a little sooner. Who knows what time, but you know, same Bat channel. So peace out.